got me nervous, to be honest. When I published those images like 2 months ahead of the launch, you're obviously expecting some kind of reaction. I got a call from Samsung. How did you get those images? They weren't happy about the leak, but I told them I got plenty more images. That was the turning point when I also changed my alias to my real name.
In 2019, Samsung had their S10 leaked. Today, we're talking to the person responsible to find out what makes them tick, why do they do it. In a previous video, they spoke to us, they had a mask on, but today they're ready to reveal themselves. Let's go chat to Max.
It all started when I connected with a new source. Those sources share information on unreleased products. I was talking with that source for a few months. Then I received those images and was totally amazed that I got actual images of prototypes of the Galaxy S10. I think like 2 months ahead of the launch. Then shared those images. They blew up on the internet right away. I remember that I was on a school trip that time in Italy, skiing, telling friends like, just Google Galaxy S10 and you saw Max Jambo popping out everywhere. It was fascinating to see. No one at that point had real-life images of the Galaxy S10 series, and obviously Samsung has seen those images as well. They weren't that happy about it, which is why they reached out to me.
You're 16 years old, you're on a school trip, you get a call from Samsung. How did the call go? Like, what was said?
Back in the hotel, we had dinner. I got this phone call. They first started like, we've seen your leak. And they were questioning me about where did I get this information from. I didn't tell them, but I told them I got plenty of more images. They asked me not to publish those. I respected it and did not publish any more images of the Galaxy S10 series. Just getting a call from those people was confusing and shocking, made me a little bit worried.
What is a leaker?
A leaker is pretty much a person who has access to people within companies, and the leaker then shares those information with the public. Many leakers have different sources. You have people in marketing, maybe you have people in PR. You got people in the manufacturing process, so in factories. Sometimes people just want to share information without any other goal. They just want to get information outside. I feel like many people think leakers are like sitting in our dark room with our robe on and trying to hack into other companies, But that's completely false. We are just regular people at the end of the day.
I'm sure there was like things that you learned along the way of like how you operate now to sort of how you were then. What were the different things that you sort of picked up along the way?
When you're trying to find out about new products, you don't just read the articles, but you visit Chinese sources. So I set up a Weibo account. So that's a social media platform similar to, I guess, Facebook. And then started following who has information or who is sharing information that are not yet publicly known. And it was just connecting with them, like just shooting them a message like, hey, how you doing? I saw you were posting about that phone and that phone. Like, do you have any more information you could share with me?
So the S10 leak was obviously pretty big for you. You went public with your name then. What else changed for you?
People recognized my social media accounts, they looked them up. It wasn't just tech fans, but it was also sources. In the past, I reached out to people online, and now people messaged me claiming they have information about unreleased products. So that was quite a change.
Are you texting them? Are you calling them? How do you guys interact?
It's mainly through social media, but sometimes you also maybe do video call. Then you just, keep it casual, not always talk about leaks or new products, but like tech in general.
Have you ever been worried about getting into trouble with this sort of thing?
Yeah, there's been some times that I've been worried, but
How does that make you feel, being worried about getting into trouble and things like that?
Kind of nervous, but I feel like at the end of the day, right now, everything turned out to be just fine.
Do you ever feel bad about what you're doing?
Sometimes a little bit, because I'm sharing information that is not publicly available. I also know from my sources within companies that to a certain point, those companies actually, in a way, like leaks, kind of free marketing. Free press, they don't have to pay anything for it, but on the other hand, they also can't control what is being published. I'm trying to keep a good balance between what gets people excited ahead of the launch and not to piss off a company entirely,
Do different leakers have different approaches to how they do this sort of thing?
Newer leakers, they don't really care about what they publish. They just try to get information out there. But if you're publishing information under your real name, you gotta like consider what companies think. I don't see myself primarily just as a leaker, but also as a journalist. And to do your job as a journalist, you know, you gotta receive something from companies.
If we were to roll it all the way back and like, just so I can understand more about you, sort of where did it start for you? Have you always been a tech fan?
It pretty much started with the launch of the Galaxy S3 Mini, my very first smartphone. I believe it was launched in 2012. I was 10 years old that time. So that's when I started to get really interested in tech, kept following launch events, and I was trying to figure out where do information come from that are not published by the companies themselves. With the launch of the Galaxy S6 series, then started writing articles on a blog. That's also when it really got me into leaks.
Max, I'll keep it real, man. Do you have any information on any future leaks that we have of products coming up?
Yeah, what about
Bro, that's not even a product that I know about. Is that a real product?
I don't know that.
I don't even know about it. What the fuck?
But do you know the codename of phone 3? Maybe I can add it. And yeah, no, I mean, you can. And then
Although I can't talk about phone 3, Max, you cheeky boy, we are actually giving away one phone 2A Plus to unlucky subscribers, so make sure you comment below and subscribe to be in for a chance to win that. If you don't want to miss these giveaways, make sure you turn on that bell notification so you know when a new giveaway drops. Much love.